Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. So right now is the season of street food. Food trucks are everywhere. They're in parking lots, they're on the street, they're at the markets, they're at the fairs, they're everywhere. So as much as I love going to food trucks, it can get expensive. So today we're going to make a very easy Middle Eastern street food. So we're going to have some kofta, we're going to have some Egyptian rice, some tzatziki, and a tomato and cucumber salad. Super easy to make. Traditionally, koftas are made with lamb and bison. However, you can use it with beef as well, or you can have a mixture of all of them, or just use one, doesn't matter. So let's get into it. All right, so I have a pound of ground beef in the bowl. I'm just going to be using beef today. To that, we're going to be adding about half an onion that I've cut up very, very, very tiny. You can also shred this if you want on a grater. I have 2 cloves of garlic that have been pressed, and there's some parsley there in the bottom, so this is all going to go in, along with a teaspoon of salt, and I'm going to be using a pre-made spice mix. This is for beef shawarma, but it basically has the same stuff in it. It has allspice, pepper, cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and cloves. If you don't have this, that's okay. You can always use a teaspoon of cinnamon and half a teaspoon of allspice. But this is pretty much the mixture that they use in most Middle Eastern dishes. So I'm going to put just over a teaspoon of that in. And a quarter cup of breadcrumbs. Okay, we're going to mix this just until it's mixed. We don't want to overmix it, but we want to make sure the flavors get through into everything. Now these can be cooked in the oven. I'm actually heating my oven right up now to 400, or you can do it on a grill as well if you so choose. These also can be served on a stick. So if you have wooden skewers, you can always just put them around the wooden skewers and grill them. Quite a few ways to do it. All right, so everything is pretty much mixed through here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to just make basically oval meatballs. So these essentially are just spiced meatballs. All right, we're not going to make them huge. Going to make them about that big. And this is going to go on I have a silicone lined baking dish, but you can also use parchment paper if you want. So I'm just going to get these all ready, and when the oven's ready to go, I'm going to pop them in for about 10 minutes. Then we'll check to see if they're cooked through. If not, we'll just throw them in for a little bit more. And while these are cooking, we'll get the Egyptian rice started. All right, so now for the rice. So I have my Instant Pot here just because this is what I make rice in now. Put it on saute mode, but you can definitely do this on a stovetop. Just heat up your rice pot, add a tablespoon or so of butter, along with a tablespoon of olive oil. Let that heat up a little. Should be getting warm soon. So Egyptian rice basically is rice with some vermicelli noodles thrown in. Normally vermicelli noodles break very easily. However, I could not find just the regular rice ones in the grocery store, so I had to use sweet potato ones. They definitely do not break as easy as the rice ones. So I only got a quarter cup, and then I gave up. So you're supposed to have about a cup of the vermicelli noodles. This is fine though. So this is going to go in, and this is going to saute until they're brown. So for about 3 to 5 minutes. And then we will add the rice, the salt, and the water. So we're just going to let that heat up and saute, and I'll be right back. All right, so this has been on the popping away. I am now going to add the rice. So I'm using brown basmati rice. It's a cup of rice that has been rinsed thoroughly. So I rinsed it 2 or 3 times. You can use whatever rice you want. You can just use white rice. Just make sure that when you're rinsing it, the water runs clear, so you may have to rinse it 2 or 3 times. Okay, so we're just going to get that around. This is also going to give the rice a little bit of a nutty flavor as well. I'm not going to saute this part long, maybe about a minute. So while that's sauteing, I'm going to add a little bit of salt, probably about a teaspoon. Okay. Mix that around a little bit more. So this has been going for about a minute and a half, and you could really smell the nuttiness of the rice. So now I'm going to add 2.5 cups of water. Make sure I get everything off the sides there. Just cancel this for now, and I'm going to put this on the rice setting, and I'm just going to cook it till it's done. So I will see you soon. All right, so here it is all done. Now, if you got this from a food truck, it would probably cost you between $10 and $12. This comes out to $2.03 a serving. So I was able to make 4 servings for less than what it would cost you at the food truck. I had a little bit of the kofta and actually tastes exactly like what I remember from when I got it from a food truck. So here it is, street food